Hello and welcome to my channel Greenline Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading. No, it's your weekend reading. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a weekend reading. Thank goodness it's the weekend. I think we need one. So it's the weekend reading for the 10th and the 11th of June. So let's see what is coming through for the weekend. Let's hope it's some good energy, some good times coming in for everybody. So let's see what is coming through for the weekend. Okay. Bringing my attention to Gemini energy. So they're kind of showing me potentially like socialization. For whatever reason, they're showing me barbecues. I know that's a very kind of Australian thing, but it's just a sense of kind of getting together with people in social occasions, sharing food in some way. So that's something that maybe might be highlighted or might be important. We've got the Eight of Swords coming through, restrictions, the Five of Wands, okay, being tested around because there's transformation around a group of people, and the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Gosh. The King of Cups. Okay, here comes a lot of intensity here with King of Cups is Scorpio, Death card is Pluto. So expect some intense emotion. The intensity levels are rising here, especially with this Ten of Swords. So I feel like there's a little bit of angst. There's a little bit of tension here, especially within a group, or feeling valued in some way or seen within some way. And it was kind of interesting because it felt like the energy for yesterday, for the 9th, was really nice energy. And so it felt like, okay, we're bringing that energy forward. But it's almost like if you get a little taste of something that makes you feel good or shifts an energy, and then you go into a situation that hasn't shifted and changed, or with people that aren't validating you, it almost is like it can in some way make it more intense. So that's what it feels like. I mean, we've got the Ten of Swords there, which is that there is something that, release of an old belief system. I think your belief systems are potentially being challenged here, and there's a lot of intense emotions around that, around what other people are thinking, what other people are believing. There could be some really, really intense energy around that, because there could be some real differences of opinion, even like hate messages around, like, I just don't, things like that, where people are just so politically opposed in their opinions in some way, shape or form. I mean, it doesn't have to be that intense, but it's got an intensity to it. So it may be that you kind of find yourself in an argument with someone, disagreeing, difference of opinion, or it may be, if you're not actually having like a verbal thing, it's more of an internal thing where you're like, oh my gosh, they're just so different to me. So yeah, it is this real sense of almost like your belief systems around a situation, strangely around differences, is going to be challenged. Differences between you and other people is something that could really be challenged here. And ultimately, it's your acceptance of differences that can be the thing that can be transformed here. Perhaps the ending of an old belief system that there's definitely the Ten of Swords is like an ending, and finding closure within, a struggle with somebody's limited point of view, limited opinion of you. And so it's either you let that go, like they're never going to change, that's just who they are, or it's like, I have to accept that they're just very different to me, to this is what they all believe about me, and I choose not to believe that about myself anymore. There's something transforming about your belief system here with the Death card, transformation, and the Three of Pentacles, which is your self-worth. So transforming your self-worth based on testing potentially or challenging situations around belief systems that are coming through. And so with the King of Cups there could have been like, both this and Pluto are energies that you could be holding on to things like intense emotions, something somebody said ages ago, or you held on to it in some way, shape or form. It could just be that, there's a lot of like very intense emotions around. And so this is about managing your emotions, or managing a situation so it doesn't get too volatile or out of hand. But at the same time, really, it's like the intensity can transform belief systems here. there's an opportunity for that. So yeah, that's kind of the weekend reading. It could be very subtle. It could be like with Pluto, it could be subtle. It could be boom, right in your face kind of thing. It's just got, it can be so many different levels of intensity. This could be a whole just in deep internal process you're going around yourself, which could be doesn't have to necessarily be something that you're sharing with other people. But I feel like something's being reflected back to you through interactions or conversations with other people that is precipitating this in some way, shape or form. So that is the reading for the weekend. Yep, take care of yourself with this one. It does end with the darkness lifting and there is a new dawn. There is Kundalini rising. There's a release and transformation that occurs here inside your mind. So, which kind of gives you closure in some sort. So I think it's actually got a really positive Kundalini rising kind of energy to it. It's just with all this like intensity here, it's creating an intense situation so that you can kind of release. So that's the weekend reading. Be gentle with yourself. Look forward to seeing you next week. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and look forward to seeing you next time.